What's up guys, PGA Tour 2K25 is officially out, and today we're going to be looking at the different ways that you can build your character. We're going to be looking at the different archetypes, the different play styles, how to level up your clubs, how to fit your clubs, how to spend your skill points, and how to spend your VC. So don't spend any of your consumables, any of your level up points, any of your VC until you watch this video. Now there's three main ways to make your golfer better and to have a higher skill. The first way is going to be your attributes. This is how you spend your AP and your VC. It costs VC to level up. The second way is going to be your skill trees, which every time your character levels up, and not as overall but leveling up, you can spend to upgrade to these skill trees. The third way is going to be applying these tokens to give your clubs stat bonuses. Now all the clubs themselves are just cosmetic, so having this $1,000 QI10 LS driver doesn't do anything, but you notice these consumables that are on there do have an effect. Now, so the starting point for your character is going to be which archetype you're going to play. So there's 5 archetypes, and each archetype has two things: a different starting point for all of your attributes, and upon reaching level 85 overall, each archetype has a special skill, like a special kind of shot that only that class can do. So for Powerhouse, for example, that's going to be a power drive. Technician has the pick skill, so they're really clean out of the bunkers. Greenskeeper has bonus green reading ability. Sculptor can hit a knockdown shot, and Magician has a special recovery shot. As for the attributes, if you look at Powerhouse, for example, you're going to start off at a base of 75 power, but some of the more important attributes, in my opinion, especially with the revamped swing stick in this game, the Evo stick, or the Evo swing, if you look at the swing path, correction, contact, you're only going to be starting at a 46 for swing path, right? So your shots are not going to be very forgiving. So I've been playing Technician. So yes, you start at level 42 power. My drives are only going like 280, but my swing path starts at a 70, my contact starts at a 75. So I've been putting all my points into swing path contact because I just want to be hitting darts onto the green. Don't want to be hitting bad shots into the rough and into the water and stuff. So I'm willing to sacrifice some of that power. Sometimes the par 5s I'm not getting there in 2 shots, but especially if you're newer to the game, I would say go Technician. It's going to make your swing a lot easier, especially if you're playing on Pro and want to play Ranked. So let's look at some of the attributes in the skill trees. So for my attributes, once again, I've been trying to level up swing path, contact mostly. I put a little bit into power just to tune up my drive, so I'm making sure I'm hitting short irons in where I need to. But this is going to be your VC eater. This is what you're going to be grinding for. So as you can see, I have 69 AP available. That means I can put in 69 skill points, but each one costs 175 VC. So this is not cheap to do. So where you put these points is really, really going to matter. You really want to have a plan in your head of what you're going to be doing. One thing to note too is that these abilities on the left, or these attributes on the left, correspond to the abilities on the right. So if I want to level up my power, that means my contact can't go higher. Every time I level up the ability on the left or right, it's going to cap out my maximum that I can put onto the skill on the other side. Now the way that I've been seeing it, the way I've been noticing, I think my putting is fine. I don't think that I'm missing putts because of my skill level or my player's skill level. I think every time I miss a putt, it's because of my input, whereas you can tell that there's a difference in when you level up power, and you can tell that there's a difference if you have your swing path, contact, correction, recovery, rhythm maxed out. So my plan for my Technician: get swing path pretty well maxed out, get contact pretty well maxed out, and there is ways to increase your power to make up for this through your club fittings and through your skill trees. So the way that the skills work, every time your character levels up through getting XP, you have skill points that you can put in. And then if we look here, notice how we have 4 tiers of skills. So these first two are going to be unlocked by default, and then these small badges here, we're going to give you basically a skill and attribute bonus when it comes to, for example, this one is approach shots. So all these are going to give you transition bonus, contact bonus, swing path bonus, rhythm bonus. You can unlock all of these. So this is going to be the first way to make your character stronger. You're going to want to be leveling up all of these silver little badges for every skill tree. And remember, even if you're not an approach specialist, you can still level up the approach tree. So the way it works for skills, however, like abilities, so the tier 1 abilities you'll have unlocked by default. Then once your character gets an overall of 75, you have access to the second tier abilities. So for example, a choked approach. This is a different shot shape, a shot ability that your character will be able to do. Then once we get to 85 overall, you're going to unlock the tier 3 skills. So driver off the deck, awesome. However, if you want to get the final skill in each tree, that's when you need to be specialized to this tree. So this is where the archetype really starts coming into play once you're hitting 85 overall. Let's look at all the archetype abilities. So Powerhouse, you're able to hit power drives, exchange forgiveness for increased distance. Sculptor, hit knockdown shots, low flying shot with extra spin. Magician archetype, hit recovery shots, gets extra forgiveness out of rough and crazy terrains. Technician archetype, you get the pick ability out of the bunkers. I think this one's really good. It's another reason to play Technician. If you guys have been in the bunkers at all, you've noticed that the bunkers are really hard to get out of. It just, to me, with the default splash shot, it seems like your ball just does not get that much height. So if you're out of deep bunkers, you just have to hit your ball so hard that it just ends up half the time flying way past the hole. No spin, and it just rolls out forever. So anyone can unlock a blast shot, comes out low and runs out. Not sure why you would be wanting that. Anyone can unlock the power pick, but that is only for fairway bunkers. So having the pick ability where you can hit the ball harder, more spin, land it softer, I think this is really strong to have. So this is probably an S tier archetype ability. Now Green Reader, basically it's going to make all of the grids on the greens smaller. So you don't get an actual ability, but it's going to increase the detail that you see on the grid. So instead of it being 8x8, it'll make it 16x16 essentially. Now if you have the Clubhouse Pass, you're also able to unlock a new ability each season. So this season, you can't see the rest of them, but the future ones. But if you hit level 25 on the Battle Pass, the Clubhouse Pass, we're going to be hitting some tie spinners. So that's going to be fun once we unlock that. We have the Legend Edition, so we're going to get this pretty quick. So here's my tips for starting out your character. Go to tee shot, max out all these silver badges for your tee shot, max out all of these silver badges for your approach shot. Then I'd probably max out your splash shot next. Max out your chipping, max out your putting. Now if you're a technician, I would recommend making sure that you have paved your path to this ability by the time you get to 85. So grabbing blast or power pick. I don't think you even need blast if you're getting pick, right? Because you would never be using blast over pick most likely. So go to the right side, grab your power pick, which is your fairway bunker shot, and then grab the regular pick, the green side bunker pick for when you're at 85. So grab this at 75, grab this at 85. I wouldn't even waste points on this, honestly, on the blast. Other skills that any class can unlock that I would say are very good. If we go to approach shot, driver off the deck is nice, especially if you're a technician or a class that doesn't have a lot of power. Hitting driver off the deck, it's going to give you a big bonus on those long par 5s that you're not really able to get to as a class with only 40 or 50 power. Hitting a spinner in approach as well, a pitch shot with added spin. Pitch shots and chipping is very hard to control in this game, the way that the roll physics is updated. So having extra spin, having this ability is going to be really useful. The runner, however, it feels like your default pitch shot is kind of a runner anyway. but you're going to need to get that so you can build over to the spinner. And you're going to have to get choked approach as well to grab driver off the deck. For tee shots, you can get a choked tee shot or a stinger. I'm not sure how many courses have high winds that need to be hitting stingers, choked tee shots. Maybe this might be useful on certain holes if you're just in between clubs. But once again, it can only be used on the tee, so not going to be super useful compared to some of these other abilities. And for the green skills, you can get the bump and run. How useful is that going to be? I don't know. The default chip kind of seems like a bump and run, but if you get one of these ones, lag putt or the bump and run, you can unlock the Texas wedge, which might be pretty nice because putting off the green is a little tricky. You kind of have to add extra power to your putt if you're on the fringe or on the rough. It kind of messes up sometimes, so the Texas wedge ability might be worth getting for those shots where you're just off the green. Because chipping is pretty hard. I really try to putt if I'm close to the hole, even if I'm way off the green. So I might be trying to get the Texas wedge. But once again, guys, no matter what class you're playing, I would say work on your approach and go to the spinner, unlock the spinner as soon as you're level 80. And if you're a technician, make sure to get pick as soon as you're level 85. Okay, now we're going to get into your golf bag, how to enhance your clubs. So I mentioned this at the beginning, but all the clubs that you pick here are purely cosmetic. So yeah, I have this cool QI10 LS, but it doesn't do anything different than the default driver. It's just a skin. But where you can make your character stronger is these club fitting emblems, these tokens. So I can attach these to my club. On my build, on my VC attributes, I'm maxing out swing path contact, so I'm putting all these power badges onto my driver, because I don't really care about having extra power on my irons, wedges. I do want my drives to go a bit farther, so I'm putting all of my power badges onto my driver. Now, one thing to note, once you level up your club by playing with it, first off, you'll start with 1 badge, 2 badge, 3 badge, 4 badge, 5 badge, then you unlock this green gem, right? So you use your Evo tool to evolve your club. What it's going to do though, it's going to destroy all of these club fitting badges that you've put on. I did not know it was going to do that when I first started. That's one of the reasons I'm making this video for you guys. So my recommendation, guys, if you have a club that you're going to be playing, do not put any of these badges down. Just save them, wait till you unlock the evolution, then evolve it, then throw all those badges on, because they will break and get destroyed when you upgrade your club. Now I have my putter maxed out for this level. The default putter is pretty ugly. I'm going to wait till I get a different one, level that up, use my evolve on it. Then there is some putting specific badges to put on it. Now all of the badges can be used on any club. However, there's different ones for the putter and there's different ones for your balls. They're consumable, they only last 1 round, so I would save them probably for ranked. And once again, these can only be used on balls. They're different from the ones that you put on your clubs. Now, if you're wondering what's the fastest way to level up my character and to get VC, well, leveling up your character, you can pretty much do that in any mode. Just play any mode, you'll get XP. You can level up your skill tree. The limiting factor, making your character stronger. So my skill trees are all maxed out until I get to overall 75. So limiting reactor here comes down to VC. How much VC can you get? I know most people aren't going to want to spend a lot of money. It is really expensive. You probably have to spend hundreds of dollars off the bat to max out your character to a level 99. I know nobody wants to do that. So what you're going to want to do to level up VC as fast as possible, what you're going to want to do to get the most VC, hit start, go to your quests, and just look through all of these. So a lot of them are going to be in my career. You're going to have to play a lot of my career. You can set it to easy difficulty and sim through like half of it if that's what you want to do. I like playing it because I want to earn those major championships. You can get some really cool stuff from my career, like this full golden set clubs you can get. This is one I've been working on, like casual matchmaking, play the top golf driving range mode. But these will these quests will all change. So there's daily quests. Make sure to log in every day. Check out the daily quests. So by the time you're watching this, these will probably all be different. So check through all the quests, look through them real quick, look at which ones give you VC, work towards those. Now, there is one more way to win VC. So if we go to matchmaking, there is these modes, high rollers and wagers. This one, for example, has a 750 VC buy-in, and you can essentially 1v1 someone to double your money, or you can lose. So, you know, very risky. 700 VC is quite a bit, but if you think you're dialed in, this is for sure the fastest way to make VC. This is the 2 to 4 player mode. 90 VC buy-in, you can win up to 270. Maybe try this one out first, but once you get into the high rollers, that's, you know, that's gonna be pretty competitive. But once again, you're making 750 VC every round if you win, so that's technically the fastest way to level up. These other modes are pretty fun, by the way, too. If you're looking for casual matchmaking to for your quest, try out Divot Derby. This game is really fun. Pretty troll, probably makes you worse at the game, but this one's a lot of fun. You can get VC from the Battle Pass, aka the Clubhouse Pass. Is a little bit expensive. There is free stuff in here, so level 10 you get a little bit of VC. 2K was kind enough to hook me up with the Legend Edition, so I have the Clubhouse Pass for the first 5 seasons. So just to recap, guys, there's 3 main ways to make your character stronger and better. Spend VC to level up your attributes, level up your character with XP, go through these skill trees. However, most of the stronger abilities you have to get to a level 85 or 75 to unlock them. Go back to the part where we were talking about this and follow which ones I'm unlocking first. Like the spinner here is going to help you out a lot once you get to level 80 overall. Save your club fittings until you've evolved each club, otherwise they'll be pretty much wasted. And yeah, it's probably going to give you a whole bunch of them at the start of the game, but once you use those, you have to spend VC to get more. So hold on to those for a little bit, or at least until you've evolved your club with one of those tools. Finally, let me know how you're building your character. Let me know which class is your favorite if you've tried a bunch of them. I've talked to you guys about my build. I'm playing Technician. I'm telling you that I'm going to be maxing out my swing path and my contact to make sure that I'm not spraying the ball, sacrificing some power, but I'm leveling up my driver for extra power to make up for that. Let me know which ability you think is the most broken. I think it's probably the pick ability out of the bunkers, because the bunkers have been so difficult to land them, drop darts out of the bunker. So I've been playing Technician. I think Technician's the best. It's the best starting point for your attributes, in my opinion, and it has a really strong skill. I could see Powerhouse being good on some holes, but is hitting those 400-yard drives going to make up for accuracy? I don't know. I have seen some Sculptor, seen some Magician. Is playing Greenskeeper going to make you a better putter? Maybe not. But I hope you enjoyed some of those tips. Hope I helped to explain some of the skill trees. Let me know what you guys are playing. I want to know before I get into some ranked. You guys have any tips for me? Let me know. But now I'm going to go grind some VC, get to level 99 overall. See you guys on the course.